made my day.
Touch. Pause. Hang it.
Tarnica gets it in. Off it goes to Arledge. Now Nicholas. A rare kick from Nicholas, and that's probably why.
I think he just looked in two minds about what he wanted to do, because they'd actually managed to get over the advantage line quite comfortably. The Canadian defence was just pulling away, drifting, and then he decided to drop it. But by the time he did, he was running at such speed that he had to try and execute off the left foot, and he didn't execute. So they compound their problems on defence, Japan.
First throw for Hamilton, and it wasn't too bad. Kleberger, Fairhurst, as they try and work the short side. Now Fairhurst again. Getting a lot of ball at this stage of the game, Canada. Now here is Marshall, away from Munro, who's the new captain. Van der Merwe busting out of a couple of tackles. Now he gets it off to Evans, Matt Evans, who hasn't seen a lot of the game. Playing out on the right wing, but he's popped up on the left, seeking a bit of action. Now Jason Marshall again. Well, he's been rolled on his back, but he's managed to deliver it. Fairhurst, Munro. Good defence on the first five. Fairhurst again for Bidens, and he got it quickly away to Hamilton. Replacement hooker. Short pass to Carpenter. Again, Japan having to make a multitude of tackles here. Fairhurst. Still there for the Canadians. Just trying to grind their way to the line. Now they give it a bit of air. Good defence on Evans. Down he went. But they've recycled really well. Munro heaves it out to Van der Merwe. He's the danger, or one of the danger men. And off he goes again. Players being attended to in the background, but all is well. Now good strong bust by Cudmore. Fairhurst again to Munro. Good charge by Traynor. Now McKenzie, who scored that super try just after half-time. 18 minutes left. Hamilton goes once more. And he's got a penalty this time. And it was entry against Kitagawa. Well, if Japan concede 3, they may not be too disappointed.
So what do they do, Canada?
Well, he's going to have a crack.
He'll be feeling a bit nervous, because which was a comfortable zone you would have thought for him. He, from an even more comfortable zone in the first half, managed to hit the poles. I think Japan will be relieved to only concede 3 if he manages to kick it. Here's the offload. Van der Merwe and this man here, McKenzie, always looked threatening with ball in hand. And from here, it was the entry from Kitagawa that conceded the penalty. But they are only hanging on, Japan.
Well, I suspect Japan will be looking to the bench in the very near future. Well, he hit the post from right in front earlier, so this is similar. And this time gets it through. Does Enda Munro. 17-15 now. And some changes.
Yes, Canada have gone Jeremy Kine in 19 for number 7, Chauncey O'Toole. 3 changes for Japan. They've gone 18 for 5, so that's Ono on for Kitagawa. 19 for 6. Taufa in jersey 19, and also at halfback. They've gone for another very good exponent at Sushi Hawasa for the lively Tanaka.
So away we go again with about 17 minutes left in this game. And Canada have come back really strongly in the second half. That's the ball is available. Oh, there a hand in there. As it comes away for Hamilton. Now Fairhurst feeds it off to Munro. That's a good probing kick. Webb trusting the bounce, which you can't always do with a rugby ball. Now, this will come down just near the 10-metre line. And, oh, he's lost it. And that's offside.
Yes, it is.
David and Goliath. And Goliath is going to concede 10 metres.
That's silly from Marshall. It's just made it so much easier now for
played the ball.
Arledge.
And they're not releasing.
Well, they'd have thought twice about the kick initially, but straight away they pointed to the posts after the bonus 10.
So this is Evans, who's now playing at fullback after Pritchard leaving the field. Probably not that accomplished at playing there, and that showed in that drop ball. And there's Marshall. Hiwasa was hounding him. He was all over him. He didn't want to give him the ball, and in the finish he threw it away. And he'll be hoping they don't pay for that.
Yeah, it was a hard-earned 3 points down the other end. Are they going to concede it in a fairly soft fashion at the other end? Here's Arledge. Bang down the middle from James Arledge. So Japan have a little breathing space with about 6:14 to go.
And have a look at the flags too. If you can get a shot of the flags, just that breeze has gone. So John Kerwin has got this right in terms of the conditions.
Munro kicks off. Fielded by Kikutani. Hiwasa. And Arledge.
It's a great punt.
It is a really good punt. Claimed by Carpenter. Looking for a runner. Nobody home. So he sets it right on halfway. And Japan attacking hard here. And I reckon they might have turned this.
Fresh legs.
Yeah, look at that. Takayami has it. Now Hiwasa. Off to Arledge. And the probing kick. The bounce will be interesting here. And it was grabbed by Van der Merwe, holding it as long as he can. There aren't too many Canadian players there. They're getting there slowly. And they were certainly outnumbered about 5-3.
They were, and it looked like Nicholas was on his feet as well, looking to get a hold of that ball. I think that could be Van der Merwe that's down. The reason I mentioned the kick from Arledge because it was nice and long with plenty of depth, and that enabled the Japan forwards to come forward. The Canadians were still getting back, and because of that they're starting to get fatigued, and they need some changes. Ian.
17 for 3, so the villain of the piece, Jason Marshall, is gone. Scott Franklin on for Canada. Just have a look at this here. That's twice in a row the Japanese with their fresh legs off the bench have got those substitute numbers around the ball at the breakdown. Unlucky not to win the turnover, but the game may have just turned for them again.
Well, certainly Canada went into the game as the favourites, but history favours Japan 11-8 with one drawn in 20 test matches.
So that's Van der Merwe. He's looked like he dropped back to the wing there, and Trainer's gone into the centres. They look set to run though, Canada.
Right there, half, out half.
Carpenter off the back for Munro. Here is Trainer, and cut down on a solid tackle. And once again Japan, that one's come back. And illegal entry is the call from Jonathan Kaplan. It was a little bit loose from Canada. They left the ball lying there.
That was Ryan Nicholas. That was careless really, because they'd done the damage in midfield.
So Ryan Hamilton took over from the skipper, Pat Reardon. And he's overthrown that, but the whistle's gone. And referee wants it to be thrown again.
I cannot believe he threw that in. His players were still walking into the line out, plus his back guy didn't have a lifter on him. He's got away with that. There's Hamilton.
Oh dear. Talk about delay of game. finally it got in there, and here is Carpenter. And a big penalty here for Japan. Now, I don't think they want to take it in a big hurry.
No.
They want to settle this and start again from inside the 22.
I think it was Hitoshi Ono that was the man there on his feet, making a nuisance of himself at the breakdown. He won the penalty. Canada looked very unorganised there at line-out time, and they've paid the ultimate price. Here you can see Ono, number 18. Yeah, he's the man who's trying to get his hands on the ball. Did very well.
So, Ori throws directly off the top. Hawasa, Arledge saw a bit of a gap. Didn't quite have the toe to get through it. Now Hawasa desperately trying to dig this out. And Canada might have turned it over. Perhaps a penalty. It was held on to.
Oh, you've got to wonder, Ian, whether or not they were on their feet, the Canadian forwards then. They all looked like they ended on the Japanese side off their feet.
Very harsh, actually. I think Japan have been dealt with on a number of decisions in this match right from the outset, with a knock-on leading to a try, but looked exactly what Ryan Nicholas had done just moments earlier when he got pinged. Number 20 for Canada, Sean White for Ed Fairhurst.
Reload! 31, 45, 62! 31, 45, 52, blue!
9 minutes remaining, and the ball's hasn't been controlled by the Canadians, and now Hawasa. Off it goes to Nicholas, charging hard as always.
Leave it not black, advantage.
Well, he's got advantage. This is a penalty advantage. And Canada, well, it might be in kicking range.
Yeah, well, it is in kicking range, Grant, and it takes them out to, 8 points.
Oh, yes. He wanted to hold him back, and fair enough. Hawasa was rushing to the mark, and the captain was nervous.
Kikotani almost tackled his own player there. Hiwasa was going there. He's a jack-in-the-box player anyway. He wanted to. I don't think he would have. He would have did that classic, as those halfbacks do, go there and threaten to take it, but not. And they're slapping each other now. It's all good fun. Here's the line-out turnover. Cudmore can't quite get it. They go through there with Thompson. The cutback from Nicholas, who's been outstanding all day. There's the penalty. That player, whoever he was, wasn't supporting his own body weight. And this is a big moment for Arledge.
Watch the flags. Up they go. So it's an 8-point advantage, and that is really significant.
Tyler Hodgson and 18 for Canada, and that's for Jamie Cudmore, and Japan making a change as well at the back. Murray Williams and 21 for Sean Webb.
It's an interesting one. I think Webb's a good, solid player with lots of experience.
Nervous times for both coaches now. Former All Black teammates, as the skipper waves everybody away. Kikotani and says, I'll do this. Now, Hiwasa. Now Arledge, safely inside his 22, but he hasn't looked for the touchline here. This will land just in Japanese territory, and I think Canada have grabbed this. There was some good work in there.
Carpenter, brilliant catch.
It was Carpenter. Now Scott Franklin was involved. Traynor almost through. Then the ball lost by Tyler Hodgson, but it's now with Mackenzie, who scored that brilliant try just after half-time. Looked like the tide had turned at that point, but Canada hasn't scored since. Now Kleberg is showing good pace. Cut down by Endo. Grabbed quickly by Sinclair, and they're going to run themselves to death now. Here's Smith, almost got it away. In good support was Hodgson. Now it comes for White. Here is Mackenzie. Van der Merwe looking for support. Trying to shriek off tackles as Evans. Desperate defence now from the Japanese as Munro gets it wide. Here's Smith. Defence is really stretched here.
Still on left.